What's the best thing about acting?
The best thing about acting, if you can be successful, is that it affords you the opportunity it affords you some extraordinary access to places that you never otherwise would be granted access to.
This is sort of, to me, the greatest of all possible places that you could go.
It also affords you the opportunity to be self-indulgent, to have fun for a living, to be creative for a living, which is a real luxury. Most people feel like their work is a grind, whereas if you can get paid to be an actor, it's an enormous luxury.
Come on, that's a bunch of hogwash!
Probably the best thing about acting is just the indulgence of a fantasy every day. I think it's a lot of people's dream. It certainly was mine, and I feel very fortunate that I've gotten to live it.
How did you know you wanted to be an actor? Because you look like a basketball player.
I may look like a basketball player, but I knew I wanted to be an actor at a pretty young age. I was cast in an independent film when I was 7 years old by a friend of my mom.
Explain this again.
How could you have grown up on the shore and never played skee ball? What did you do with your youth?
I played little kid. I ran around the New England Aquarium. I had a scene where I was sleeping. I had another scene where I rattled off a few lines. But I had so much fun that I would sort of end up mimicking all the other adult actors.
Yeah, I do got it.
What I wasn't accustomed to was that they repeat their lines so many times, so I got to memorize everyone else's lines and I would go around imitating them.
Right now, I need to hear 5 words from you. I'll never do that again. I'm a fool. That was idiotic. I mean, that was stupid. I'm an idiot.
Consequently, they asked me to come in and audition. That guy's wife was casting a TV series that was doing a nationwide search. I got that part, and then I started going from Boston to New York and auditioning, and it was the only thing really that I ever felt entirely comfortable doing, and the only thing that I could get paid for that didn't feel like work.
Ben.
Hey, Joey! Hey! How you doing?
You went to the Academy Awards with your mother. What advice did she give you?
Straightforward question.
Boy, my mother has given me more advice, ranging from the tried and true, not to go out with, women with false breasts.
Come on!
She's advised me all manner of things. She was pointing out people at the Academy Awards who she thought looked like nice people and people who she thought looked like bad people. She's advised me to have children as soon as humanly possible.
My mother told me that she's considering this her grandson, and she's holding it for ransom until she gets a real one.
I try to follow all of that advice, especially the latter.
I hope so.
Your life has got to have changed from that little boy at 7. How do you deal with that?
Your life changes significantly once you're in movies that people see.
I just cooled down!
The way that I deal with that is by trying not to think about it and by trying to ignore it more or less and continue to just be sort of the person I am and make decisions not based on considerations that have anything to do with fame or movies or money or any of that, which I think is illusory and false and grotesque and hideous.
This is what I'm going to be remembered for. I gotta get more coverage on this than anything else I do for the rest of my life.
My mother told me to thine own self be true, which I think was supposed to be sort of hypocritical on Polonius's part, but my mother thinks this is the most valuable advice you can have. In other words, just do things that you feel are intuitively right. Try to be good to people, stand by your principles, believe in yourself, and take care of the people whom you love. And other than that, the rest will sort of fall into place.
So kiss me and smile for me. Let me know you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. It's almost impossible to try to make movies and do them well without being exacting on yourself. And without being willing to put a lot of work into something for very little return.
I like to have a good cry at the nail salon. Why don't you let me buy you a drink?
It seems as though I've been through an awful lot over the past few years, and it's getting to be more years now. It seems like an awful lot, and a lot of times people ask me, well, does this mean this is your dreams have come true, or you've accomplished everything you want to accomplish? More and more I find the things that are really important to me, the real kind of dreams that I have, and I hope this doesn't sound too cliche, but they're personal goals. They're not so directly related to my professional life.
You know, it's laughable. Your sense of your own self-worth.
I've started to cultivate my own standards for what I want to achieve, and that's something that I still have a long way to go in terms of meeting that bar of success.
Yes, and this is the greatest night of my professional career.